Hi guys, and welcome back to part 10 of Developing Detroit. We're just moving into the gold players now, which I'm definitely looking forward to starting to use a bit better players. But from the previous video, it seemed like Stafford was the obvious pickup, as we definitely do need a quarterback. And as you can see, with his throwing power, 98, whereas Moore had in the 70s. It's just a sort of an obvious pickup. Plus, it's sort of the main staple. One of the main staple Lions players is Stafford, so it's definitely good to pick him up to start with. But as you can see, these are the 6 players which I'd picked up before, just on cheap bins when they were available, just in preparation for this point. So I'm going through and seeing who would be the best to pick up to start with, sort of the big impact players or the biggest upgrades. And I think, the strong safety spot, we're doing okay at the moment. But I think definitely our wide receiver spot, Golden Tate, one of the best receivers for the Lions at the moment. See, he's better than Broyles there in every single stat. So that was a pretty clear upgrade for me to make. So I'll bring in Golden Tate. And I think I'm going to bring in 3 people for this episode. So I'll try and do 3 for now, because there are quite a lot of Gold Lions players, more than I expected. So if we're getting 3 an episode for now, just see how that goes. Let me know down below what your thoughts on that are. As per usual, the response is usually really good. So just down below, let me know, and as usual, I'll listen to the comments, reply to all the comments, and in the videos, make the changes that you ask for. But Math is there. Getting a good corner upgrade is definitely something we need. I know he's not the fastest. He's not fast at all for a corner, actually. All our other corners were faster. But he's got really good player recognition, which I think will benefit a lot. Because when people throw to the flats or go on slant routes, he'll sort of be able to judge that and get there quicker than the other ones. Because as you can see, the other ones, player recognition, Carter there and Bentley, their player recognition just isn't great. So hopefully Mathis can sort of make up for that in a way. But see, that's the lineup we have at the moment. Going to keep Webster in for now. Sort of the series hero, I suppose. I was seeing who we could change him around with here. Potentially mix things up a bit, give you guys sort of something else to go with. But for now, for me personally, with that speed, his block shed's not too much lower than anyone else. I mean, if he does shed the block, he's getting to the quarterback within half a second. So we'll keep him for now. But just going to get the checklist up here as per usual. See, there are a lot of Gold Lions players there, which I sort of overestimated how many there are. But if you guys can sort of recommend out of the players I already had, or if you want me to pick up new ones, people for next episode, definitely comment down below. I'm going to jump into a game here. But if you've enjoyed the episode so far, just picking up the player and going from there, drop a like on the video, comment anything, to be honest. It's nice to just read any comments, and subscribe for more. But I'm going to jump into a game now. So we're jumping into the game here, and I'm going to have to start off by apologising because I actually forgot to click record when the game started. So we're going to start off with him scoring a touchdown, and we're going to have to obviously try and reply. But this guy was one of those typical head-to-head players who has high-rated players and just abuses one receiver all game. So, I mean, I don't know how much of his offense I'll actually end up showing unless you want to see the same play over and over again. But he was just pretty much, I think he had DeAndre Hopkins was just, bombing him deep each time. And since I don't have the greatest corners in the world, I mean, I have Mathis, but he's slow. So, he was just sort of winning things like that. But plays like this, I'm trying to sort of put in my arsenal a bit more. Motion Golden Tate over. Brilliant name, by the way. And got a really easy touchdown there. I mean, he had no one anywhere near him. I mean, with Stafford at quarterback now, throwing a dot, we're going to be scoring a lot more touchdowns, I think. But I think we'll also be having a lot more shootouts the higher up in divisions we go, because my defence isn't the best. I mean, I know it's not the best, so I have to try and score a fair amount to win the games. And season offense here, as you can see, this was the type of play he was going with all game, and we actually managed to pick that one off. So well done to us. But, he stopped us on defence. He had really high rated defence, really hard to get by. If sort of he lined up correctly, there was no way I was getting near it. But, he forced us to punt. We'll take that. We forced him to a field goal. He tries to do a fake, which could potentially have worked, but we managed to get a stop there. So, still 7-0. We're coming out on offense with not much left in the game. So, I'll try and kill the game off here. Get maybe a touchdown, maybe just settle for a field goal, get up the field a bit, waste a bit of clock so he doesn't have time to score. But he could have got a pick there. That was a terrible read from me. We're getting sort of things like that. I mean, I did not think that was going to be an interception, but he came out of nowhere. And his corner just got the ball. And he went for another fake here. I sort of tried to account for that. My linebacker was there and just decided not to put his hand up for the ball. So he got a touchdown for that, which I'm sure works 1 time out of 10 and happened to be that one time worked against me. But coming out on the third, we got ball. Brilliant throw there. And I think we're going to have to upgrade the tight end next. I think we have to bring Abron in because Thompson had nothing but field ahead of him there and just couldn't break away, which was very frustrating. But we're going to get the toss. Going to get in. I mean, that's going to work 90% of the time because he's going to try and plug up the middle. So, yeah, it's a shootout in this game, I suppose. A lot of touchdowns, a lot of action going on. Quite an enjoyable one to play, but also a very frustrating one at the same point because the plays he was making, classic 4 verts consistently, as you can see here. 4 verts. I went to the right place. I didn't get a pick, use of it, but we managed to get a pick there because he threw it into triple coverage. But we're trying to sort of get a score, obviously, but try and kill the game off because I think if I can just get ahead in this game, I'll win it. So, we're slowly trying to work our way out the field here. Nothing particularly inventive going on, just trying to mix it up between run and pass, but he was just reading it, to be fair. His defence was good, but his offence just wasn't great. So that's totally the opposite of me. So it was quite an enjoyable game in that sense. So I had to try and stop his not-so-great offence. And his defence is really hard to break down. But you can see 4 verts here. I mean, I know I moan about it, but it is one of the best plays in the game, which is why people abuse it. Because over the middle like that tends to be open a lot of the time. But he had that one locked up, even though he went on a blitz, which is baffling to me. But, fair enough. We're going to settle for the field goal. Playing it safe now that we're getting sort of not in the bottom division. We're a little bit higher up. People tend to be a bit better. So we're going to play it safe. But as we're going here, he's got 2 minutes left. This was sort of throws he was making all game. I think that should have been knocked out, personally. But because hit him in midair, he managed to hold on to it. If I'm hoping once we get sort of receivers like that, like the elites, so Elite Calvin. There's about 6 versions of him out now. So once we've got 2 or 3 versions of them, hopefully, we'll be making sort of plays like that. But he got the 2 points. Don't know why he went for the 2 points. It would have been much easier to go for the 1, so I couldn't settle for a field goal. But we're going to try and bung it up the middle here. 2nd and goal. He calls a timeout because he knows I'm going to get it in and he needs as much time as he can to score. So I'm going to go up the middle again because last time I went up the middle and then I did a pitch. So he obviously thinks I'm going to do the same thing again. Wide open up the middle. And our tight end playing at fullback manages to track it in. But I was trying to get on the 1 yard line there so I could waste a bit more time, waste his time out. But he just managed to sort of truck the whole way in even though he's that slow. But he went out here, sort of rolled out with Tony Romo. And he shouldn't be making that catch. I think that was Mathis on him as well. So that is our highest rated corner. Just couldn't shut him down. So DeAndre Hopkins wins in the game there. Nothing I could do about it. I could have gone double deep coverage, but he just needed a field goal to win. So I was trying to sort of... so he couldn't get slant routes or just dump it off or something like that and slowly work his way up. Because he did have a minute. But he's going to get the win here. Absolutely nothing I can do about it. He's just got to get a field goal. So he's just going to run the ball here and waste the clock out, which is fair enough. Fair play to him for just going for the win like that. Take the win any way you can. But frustrating from my part because I think I could have won this game if I was playing a bit better. But hopefully, when we get more goals in the team, going to try and get 3 in tomorrow again. Maybe include the punter and kicker on top of that, because we do need a new punter and kicker, because they're the only 2 non-Lion players in the team now. But as the game plays out here, thanks you guys for watching this far if you did. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next part. So I'm going to put the checklist in at the end of the episode just so you can see what players are available and recommend me players to pick up, because I want to try and sort of get you guys involved in the series a little bit more, because last episode got a fair bit of feedback. I mean, each episode when I ask, I get a good feedback, which is really nice to see, and I want to get you guys involved more. So any players in the gold column, comment down below and I'll get them in for the next episode. But like I said earlier, like, comment and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.